All right, so I just did this multicolor swatch. I have not shaped it or, filed it or anything like that or detailed it. But I wanted to come right back on because I'm going to do a multicolor pastel design, and I can't think of the name right now, but I know how it's going to turn out. I was going to end up looking. So, and I'm going to use fuchsia, yellow, pastel green. Move this camera, move the camera over so you can see better. And that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I'm doing this. That's clear. So I'm up here making a mess. I'm trying to do too many things at one time. So those are my acrylics I'm going to use. I'm going to use white, black, fuchsia, yellow, and green. And here we go. And these are swatches. So basically, I've done quite a few. I did these yesterday. These came out pretty, multicolored. C, I didn't even know I was actually saying C on that one, but I knew I was creating the S and the I. So, this is the geode. Geode. Know I'm saying that right? That one. This is probably one of my favorite. This one I did a while back, but I just got around to doing some detail, like zebra stripes or tiger stripes on them. And this one, which is really pretty. That one, which I think I took off too much of the blue at the top, but got this one, a little more earth tones. I like this one a lot. And this one, which I think I did about maybe 2 months ago maybe. And this one I just did today. I'm just going to show it again. And I love this, probably my favorite one so far, sculpture wise. But I didn't, I'm not sure if I should have put all those dots on there, but I like it. It came out pretty. So anyway, this is what I'm doing with this one. So I'm going to keep on going. Just dip it in the monomer. Take some off. I'm trying to figure out how I want it to look in my head. So I'm going to go with the pink first. Make sure that the bead is nice and wet. And then just place it onto the swatch. I'm letting gravity do the job this time, like I did with the black on the last one. And then I'm just gonna pat it into place. And it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. So that's working out nice. So that's how that's looking. And so I'm just taking this little Kolinsky hair from the brush off. I gotta get the hell up out of here. This stuff is crazy. Alright, so this is my peaceful time. So I'm gonna keep it peaceful. Alright, so I'm gonna do yellow at the top, right? Take some yellow. Now, if you get a glob like that, put it on the, that's why I like working with this mat. Because then I can wash off my brush. You don't have to wash it every time, but I do that. And I didn't really want that much, but I can always carve it later. So now, I'm just going to put it on to alright, so now I'm just putting this on here like so. That's too much. Alright, so there we go. Woo! And then I'm going to take the edge of the cuticle pusher and I'm just going to cut a sharp edge right down there, because really what I'm looking for, the shape, the amount doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want clean lines basically. So that's that. Because on my other nails, I noticed I really wasn't doing that as much as I would like. Because the designs just come out so much better when you do that. So yeah, so just do that, and I'm going to take a little bit more of the acrylic and then place it right there. And just kind of set it up there. All right, so that's how that's looking. And now I want to, again, take any sharp edge, it can be a razor, it can be anything, and just get that edge to be nice and crisp. So. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna file that one to make sure that's nice and crisp. And I'm getting a nail dryer. I should have bought one like 3 months ago, but I am definitely going to buy me one because it just makes it so much easier. I have a gel, I have a UV, you know, a UV LED lamp. I have that, but I don't have any gels, so I just have to wait to use it. But I just didn't. I was buying stuff at the last minute, a little too fast. My bad. I did not purchase my my fan, basically. So all I did was just take the file, if y'all can see that, and just smooth that out. So now I'm going to use some pastel green. Take a little bit of that and again, let gravity do its job, basically. In the name of Jesus, depart from this place. Any lie. So, dang, you're crazy. All right, so I'm going to say that. Okay, so, oh, this is coming out so pretty. So now what I'm doing is I'm pressing everything up against it, right? And what I might have to do is go back over it once it's all done, but that's not hurt nothing. Just to add a little dab of color after I file them. So it's not going to be a bad thing. So that's that. And then I'm again using the straight edge. Probably took a little too much off, but I'm going to fill it in either with white or black right now. Just looking at it right quick to see what I want to put in there. And I think I just want to finish up with all three of these colors and just stick with that. So that's what I'm going to do. And you can change your hold on one second. You can change your design up as you go. It's just how it looks to you once you get it on there. Once you get it onto the nail. That's how I'm doing it. So if I originally wanted to use white and I'm like, I don't want to use it, or I originally want to use black and I don't want to use it, I'm not using it. So this is the fuchsia, and I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to angle the nail down so that the acrylic goes right up in there. And with the acrylic going right up in there, I can just pat that down, and then I can just take that. This is pop culture. So So what I'm doing is now just kind of doing that. And I'm going to just finish with the yellow and the green as I go down and call it a day. Again, I'm angling down, take some of that acrylic off the brush, and letting gravity do its job. There we go. Patting it into place, taking the brush, patting it into place, and that's it. Look like candy cane nails. They just look pretty. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And there we go. So it's kind of like swirling up. I like it. So at the bottom, I'm going to finish it off with a tiny little black tip. A tiny little bit. So just to kind of cap it off a little bit. Give it a little bit of an ending. So, and there we go. Make sure that bead is nice and wet. But I'm going to let it dry a little bit because I don't have that much space on there, on that edge of that nail. So I'm going to go here and just put it right at the tip. And that's all I'm doing. And in my opinion, that real dark black it's just a real bold black. But that dark black at the bottom of there, in contrast with the pastel, is just beautiful. So I like that a lot. And then I'm just going to brush it up to, give it some conformity on the edge. And then I'm going to pat it with the brush. Pat it up. And then I have to, when I file it, it's going to get clean. Because I'm overthinking it right now. So that's what that is. And get that last little bit off. The most important thing is that black is right up there flush with that yellow. That's the important thing. So I'm going to take just a little bit more of the monomer and then just push it with the brush up to the edge like that. And that's it. So that's all I'm doing. So that's what that is. Then I'm going to cut the little tip off. Clean that off like that. That's it. I don't know what design I'm going to put on there, but again, I'm just, right now, just putting the acrylic on them. And I know I wanted to do one more, so I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go slow with this one. Use a smaller brush with this one. Because I want it to look more like little diamonds and little little pretty little squares. So that's what I'm doing. And so I'm taking the black, making sure that bead is nice and wet. And for this one, I'm gonna start in the middle and create a diamond. I am creating a diamond. That's what I'm doing. And you know what? By me doing that and pushing it down and making a diamond, of course, I automatically see a freaking petal because I love petals. I love flower petals. But I want to stick with what I have in my mind. So that's the goal with this one. It's just to stick with that. And let's see. Right. Alright, so that's how that's looking so far. And now, let's see how I want that to go out to look. And, whew. Let's see, let's clean it up. I'm going to take me some acetone on a brush and clean off the swatch. And what it does is it just messes with the look of the swatch. But I want to put a clear, I kind of want to do a clear design on there. Let's see. I'm not going to do that this time. So I'm going to stick with, just put a pretty color on here. Trying to figure out what I want to put on there. I'm going to go with this real bold yellow. Something real bright. So I'm going to just go with a real bright color. Real bright yellow around the edge. Again, letting gravity do its thing. I don't want the bead to be too wet. And what I'm going to do, again, just let the design be what it's going to be. So with the edge of the brush, I'm just making a nice little edge. Well, hold on. It's easier for me to do it without aiming it at the... But just take your time and get it nice and straight. So, I'm just going to go like that. And that's how that's looking. I'm tired of all this stuff. Oh, you just do that. Dang. Move on. Okay. So that almost like a little staggered Alice in Wonderland type of design. I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to use some white on here because I know that black and that yellow is going to really pop. So I'm going to I think that was too much. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. Liner. I'm taking some of the white acrylic. Dip my brush into my monomer. Whoop, 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 whoop. Make sure the bead becomes nice and wet. Give it a minute. Again, I'm just letting gravity do the job. And so I'm just going to push that up. Brush, acetone, clean that off of that white a little bit. Ugh. I can't stand that getting dirty like that. Dang it. It's really getting messy. I don't like that. So, all right, so when I file it down, it'll come out pretty. So right now I ain't gonna worry about it. So in the edge, that's looking really pretty. So I'm gonna put some white at the top. All right, so, and then I'm just gonna take a nice little wet bead, let it get a little dry, and then again let gravity do the job. And oh, this is too much. So, you know what? I just want to hate. This is beautiful. Inspired by moi. Yep. So, somebody want to hate. It's called encouragement. They're giving me the encouragement. Does he feel left out? I ain't got time for that. I'm getting the hell out of here. Alright, so this is alright, so hold on. So, alright, so I'm just gonna dip it in the white a little bit, and I'm gonna bring that back down. Okay, so all right, so let's see. In the name of Jesus, okay, whoa.